For a while now, I've had a brand new project planned for this tank and also for this tank that I just picked up. Won it in a raffle from the Coral King, which is a brand new store in Gainesville. Kind of a surprise thing, but I've had a plan in mind for a nano tank anyway for a while, so it worked out perfect. But back to this tank. So this is Natasha, my husband's Russian assassin clown. Kills everything you put in the tank with her. And her partner Boris, who occasionally helps out in her crime sprees. My goal was to turn this into an anemone tank. I was going to kind of clean it out, start over a little bit with some of the rockscaping, add some new rock to it, and throw an anemone in there and let them live out their days nice and happy with nobody ever sticking their hands in the tank again, because she draws blood. And for the 10-gallon tank, my goal has been to start a little macroalgae tank, something a little different. Instead of the corals, maybe put in a couple neon gobies, something a little smaller, just to have something different and fun sitting on one of our side tables. However, as it turns out, we just got the news this week. I work in a field called nuclear medicine, where we inject radioactive isotopes into patients and then take images of different organs, depending on what it is that we're looking at. What I specialize is in cardiac, so when you think of stress tests, MUGA scans, things like that, mostly cardiac stress tests is what we do. And that particular radioisotope that is used for those scans is actually only produced in a total of 6 major nuclear reactors throughout the world, none of which are in the United States. The United States does not have our own production capabilities for these tests, even though we have the most stress tests produced every week in the world. There's a lot of reasons for that, mostly because the U.S. doesn't want to build new reactors. Things like nuclear reactors occasionally have to go down for maintenance, and when things go wrong mechanically, they have to go down fast. And as much as the world tries to schedule that, it doesn't always work out that way. So right now, 5 out of the 6 nuclear reactors across the world that produce the isotope I need to do my job are all shut down. What that means is it looks like we may be having about a 3 to 4 week unpaid vacation, surprisingly right before Christmas. I don't really know what that means for us and our family, and it's not just us. This is a global issue that's going to be happening to a lot of clinics and a lot of hospitals across the world. We're looking at about 30% capacity for the amount of tests done, and it's a lot of tests every day. So those projects are going to get put on hold. So right now, Boris and Natasha are hanging out in this little space with some softy corals that I don't really know what else to do with. I'll keep you guys updated. I may still do some minor things based on equipment I already have, but I don't think there's going to be a lot of projects or updates happening anytime in the near future just because of finances. Now, I will say the big tank over here, so this is my 62 gallon. This is the tide line. When I put the stand together, I just made a basic 2x4 hold it up type stand. I do already have plywood on hand to skin it, so if I have 3 weeks off, I may spend some time turning it into an actual cabinet and making it look a little pretty. So that might be something that gets worked on during this time. Otherwise, we'll see what happens. Thanks, guys.